Hey guys, uh, another challenge that I was tagged in. More traffic. It's so annoying, so annoying. Um, the the challenge that I was tagged on is called Series 6, and there's been a lot of people already done this one. I really was not gonna do it, but I've been tagged, and I'm gonna be a good sport about it and do this one. This one I was also tagged from a channel called Serving from My Home, and the first question is, and I'm going to be a little blunt here, guys. I'm not going to give you an acronym. I'm just going to say what this acronym stands for. And sorry, I don't cuss in my videos or anything, but I don't consider the word shit a cuss word. So the first question is, in a shit hit the fan scenario, which one do you fear most? Would you fear, and I don't have the whole list on me, but I'll go through a few. Would you fear nuclear, biochemical, EMP, terrorist invasion, and there's a few others. And I guess I'm not as scared of nuclear as you would think, because I think if you're not at ground zero, you've got a halfway good chance of surviving it. Same way with a terrorist invasion. Uh, I'll be honest with you, I really pity the poor fools that think they can come to this country and take this country over. There's too many guns in this country, and there are too many patriotic people, including I. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to take this country. Um, Here's one that I don't know if it's on the list or not, but and I hesitate to say it, but I'm probably more scared of my own government, and that's a kind of horrible thing to say, but I think we got a bunch of corrupt people up on the hill, and I think they're only out for themselves. And I believe if something really major happened, they wouldn't be for the people. They've got their own bunkers to go into and their own hiding places. They got their own systems and things that we have no privilege to. And I believe if push come to shove, our government would probably shove us. Probably shove us into a FEMA camp or something even more horrible. Um, don't get me wrong, I love this country, and I love the freedoms that have been afforded to us, and I love what the Constitution stands for. But I think our government has really gone astray, and they're not for the people or by the people any longer. I just hate to say it, but that's what I fear the most. I don't fear anything else in a shit hit the fan scenario. So the second question is, if we had a total economic collapse, if the dollar loses its value, what do you have to barter? And it can be either material or skill set. And I don't have a lot of things to barter with. I mean, yeah, I'm a prepper. Most things I have, I'm going to need, um, if it comes right down to it. What I have to barter with is my skills. And just to tell you, I've been a maintenance man most of my life, and I worked in industrial maintenance for 20 years, so I'm a pretty good mechanic. And I've also worked in the building maintenance trade for, I don't know, maybe 35 years altogether. And I've built a few homes, so I'm familiar with building structures and things of that nature. So the third question is, if you're in a shit hit the fan scenario, would you bug in or bug out? What's your mindset? And this is one I've thought about a lot lately. And in the beginning, when I first started prepping, I thought it would be a bug out situation, and for me. But the more I think about it, the more I think bugging in might be the better solution. But not necessarily bugging in my house. I may not hit the woods like immediately, but I think I would group up with a few other prepper survivalist people, whether it be couples or individuals, and maybe we could hold up somewhere. I'm not totally prepared to leave yet, but I have a lot of things together. So that's kind of my mindset. And it also wants to know what environment would you rather be in and why? Either wilderness or urban. And I would say if I had to do either one, it would depend on which scenario I was in, whether it be nuclear, biochemical, terrorists, EMP. I live in a very, very small town right now, in a rural community. We have nothing but farms around this town for miles and miles. So it's a little country town. And it's the county seat. And it's a little busy here in town, as you can see, and listen to all this traffic going by my house. I live on probably one of the top three roads in this town. But anyway, if I had my rathers, I mean, if it wasn't too bad of a situation, I'd probably stay right where I'm at. Like I said, it depends on what it would be. If it was bad enough, I'd hit the woods. No doubt in my mind. And I'm pretty comfortable there, since I've been an outdoorsman all my life. So here's the next question. In a shit hit the fan scenario, what 3 skill sets do you bring to the table? Well, I consider myself a very good fisherman, although I haven't fished much this year. I had a shoulder injury on my right arm, and that's my casting arm, so I haven't done much of it. I consider myself maybe a halfway decent forager, not an excellent forager, but I know quite a bit I could eat as far as greens and mushrooms and things like that. And my skills are, my biggest skills are in carpentry, and I can food, and I can also sew. My mother taught all of us kids how to sew and how to cook. And when we were young, my mother wasn't with us 2 or 3 long spans in our child life because she had some nervous breakdown issues, and we learned to do things quite a bit on our own. My brother and my next youngest brother, which is a year younger, he and I were the ones that stayed home, and the younger kids went off to relatives in these other situations. So we learned to be pretty self-sufficient for second time, I think I was 10, he was 9, and we became very self-sufficient. I imagine my parents were pretty proud of that. But anyway, I think that's all the questions. If I can go over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might be missing the sixth one. Not really sure. Anyway, it asked to tag 3 YouTubers that have less than 1,000 subs to share a foxhole with, and why you would. Actually, you know, a couple of the people I thought about have already been tagged on this, and they've already given their Series 6 Series 6 challenge on YouTube. So probably wouldn't do me any good to tag them again, because they won't go through it, I'm sure. But I'll tell you, I've met a couple, well, not actually met, but I've become friends with a couple YouTubers here recently that I definitely would pretty much trust with a lot of things. Just one guy I want to shout out a little bit, because I feel he would probably have my back if we lived closer, because he's a stand-up guy, and his name is Mickey Wilson. The guy's got some serious forging skills and primitive skills, and I think he'd probably be pretty handy to have around in a bad situation. And he'd probably feel about the same way with me. He's just a good dude. I'm not going to name any females in this video, because I just won't. There are several of them on the YouTubes that I'm friends with, and I'm sure they would have my back too in a couple bad situations, I'm sure. But I'm going to leave their names out of this. I want to be guys on this one. So anyway, a few guys I want to tag. There's 3 of them. One is Eldon Ryder, and the reason I would trust him is that he could, he's around my age, maybe a little older, I'm not sure, but he could quote scripture, and of course I'm a Christian, and I don't read my Bible hardly at all, so I really like scripture, and somebody that knows it well would be nice to have in a bad situation. Another guy I'm going to tag here is same old Chuck, and the reason I'm tagging him is he's from southern Ohio like me. He's from the east part of Ohio, southeast part of Ohio, and I'm from the southwest part of Ohio. I think, and he's probably about the same age as I too, and I think we would have probably pretty much the same mindset and maybe the same skill set as far as outdoor skills are involved. And that was the second one. And the third one I'm gonna tag here is Quinn the Eskimo. He's another gentleman that's in my age bracket, and he is of the same mindset also. And all 3 of these guys, I would feel comfortable being in a bad situation with, just because I can probably relate to just about everything that they could relate to. So that's my 3. And I want to point out another thing for you guys. My wife's fall wreath. She has about, I don't know, she made about 6 or 7 of them here in the last week and a half or so. And she's very, very good at it. And like I said in the other tag, I wish I could get her to do some YouTube videos, but she is not the sort to do that. She just would rather be in the background somewhere. And she does a little bit of filming for me. Not much, but I want to get her more involved. It's just hard to do anything together when you work different days. I mean, like she's off today, Saturday. Obviously, most people are. I'm not. I got to go to work this afternoon. I'll be working till 1 a.m. this morning. So, you know, kind of hard to do things together. But anyway, this is kind of an on-porch video. As you can see, it's my front porch. And, not hard to do, and really the camera work kind of does it for itself. So, more traffic, as you can hear. Hope you like this one, guys, and have a great day. God bless.